Hey friends, today I want to talk about habits and I want to go beyond the usual good, bad, and the effective habits discussion. I want to share one habit that changed my life. Let me first define what a habit is. According to the Oxford English Dictionary, a habit is a settled or regular tendency or a practice which is hard to give up or an automatic reaction to a specific situation. I think we can't just label habits as good or bad. I think habits are an evolutionary process of freeing up valuable processing power of our brain so it can enable us to focus on novel and important situations. Whenever I talk to my naturopathic doctor once every quarter, she always recommends me to eat more fish. She would effectively change my behavior for a week. But what I've noted is that changing my behavior once every quarter is not too difficult. But for me, to change it permanently is very hard. Just like every teen, when I was growing up and deciding what to do with my life, I had no idea. I saw my friends picking subjects and schools. It was enticing because, to be honest, I wanted to be with my friends. I feel like it was kind of a habit I developed, an absence of goal-directed behavior. With friends and just like all of you, I was implementing Thorndike's law of effect to basically stick to what was successful, a Wednesday, and to get away from what didn't work, a lose shift strategy. However, I wanted to fill that intention action gap and, not follow the crowd. Since that time, I have this one habit of removing myself from that environment. Going back home or going to the library, giving myself some time to ponder. As an engineer and a researcher, whenever I experiment, test, or do some new research, we try to create an environment to get some expected results. But for me, in real life, it is important to remove yourself from such an environment so one can make rational decisions and not just expected decisions. This habit has changed my life. It allows me to focus not on people and situations, but on the merits of my decision-making process. Let me give you an example of a tree. The environment around a tree is dynamic and uncertain, and so is real life. Now, where you plant that tree is a one-time decision, and so are so many different aspects of our life. Now, you cannot be influenced by the way in which the external world is represented in your mind. What works for me might not work for you, and I totally understand. Habits are difficult to change, but what we can change is the impact those habits have on our lives. Let me know in the comments what one habit has changed your life. I feel like we can all learn from each other. And just like every experiment in science, if you remove yourself from a particular environment, you will not make expected decisions. There is a famous saying, your actions become your habits. There are many meanings you can derive from this, but if habits are a consequence of our actions, then it is those small decisions over time that we have to change and focus on. So what can you do? You can piggyback on your current habits. Some people call it habit stacking, that is simply bundling two habits together so that the new habit simply becomes an extension of your already existing habit. So it begs the question, how was I able to piggyback my current habit? And to be honest, I failed many a time. But I continued watching my actions and started using that win stay strategy to my advantage. And when I failed, I was happy because it meant I was trying. I knew I wouldn't be successful overnight or at all. But these words from Emily Dickinson kept encouraging me.